this meeting to order at 5:45. Just will check with you for prayer for this meeting.
Väkimäinen kesäaika. Uruanesi yli kisky luon o sika. Vanesi meitsi, vanesi vei. Willinitellinen apeo. Taapungan de wogan. Kellikin o sakina. I'm first of all thanking the Creator for this good winter day that's like spring, and thank Him for the water that we drink and the food that we eat, and ask the Creator to stand the Lenape people well and bring a blessing to our leaders and our tribe. Amen.
Okay, roll call. I guess I'll call the roll. Annette Ketchum, President. Janet Brown, here. The Chief's here. Chet Brooks.
Here.
And Nate Young.
Here.
So Jennifer Pachoni and Verna Carpenter absent.
Yeah, but why is Jennifer not here? Because she's on travel business.
Right.
So she gets an excused absence. Verna's on sick, and I don't know about her.
Yeah, she was excused.
Why?
She was excused for illness at the last meeting, so I suppose it was.
She did say.
Around here, we have to have a doctor's something, don't we?
Well, so she's excused pending a doctor's.
That's
She's
that's
not
not
excused pending one of the two.
Okay, we'll wait and see on that.
Okay. I guess we don't have guests, but we have members here that need to go to this executive session. So, approve the agenda.
Make a motion.
We'd like to change it to have an executive session the first thing. Oh, okay. We don't have to change it.
I thought they put it in.
Yeah, we did. Okay, so I'll go for it.
Oh, I'll make a motion to approve the agenda the way written.
I think.
Second.
Okay. Give that, Jan. Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Abstentions? Passed. All in favor.
I would make a motion we go into executive session to discuss pending litigation.
Is that done in a motion? I'll second. You need a motion.
Okay, motion second to go into executive session. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Abstentions? Passed.
Chief, will you just...
Yeah, absolutely.
Squeeze in a
They
little.
know we're both here. Can you get it? Are we on the picture now?
You're on the picture now.
I didn't want approval of the minutes. Am I
Okay.
off of it now?
Read the minutes, approve the minutes.
Oh, are we starting?
Yes.
Yes, let's do it.
Let's do it. We got 20 minutes to get through this. I haven't read them either, so somebody else needs to do it. I'll just go yes.
We sent this out long time.
I know, but I'll wait for you to read it to me.
I moved to approve the minutes.
I second that.
With changes or not, or does that matter?
Well, yeah, with
Okay.
changes.
I'm gonna have to change anything. Right. So,
Do I hear a second?
Nathan seconded.
Well, I want to ask a question about the minutes before we, finish. Up there in, let's see, Caney, I noticed that whatever happened to that housing authority or housing rental program we used to have housed up there.
It's been moved down here.
Oh, it's been moved down here.
But it's
Oh.
still for Kansas, correct?
Well, the only place that we can administer it is in
Right.
Kansas, but we don't have any staff running it up in.
Oh, but
Lacey
staff-
was the only one up there.
Okay,
And she's down here now.
So the whole, that management, but we don't have it, it just says housing management and services. It doesn't say anything about rental assistance underneath that.
Do you want it?
No, I just wondered,
Yeah.
I couldn't identify it.
Right.
That's all.
It's just one of the many programs under the
Oh.
housing umbrella. It's just that
Okay.
that particular program is the only one we can operate in Kansas. Everything else we operate here in Oklahoma. We have actual houses. That was the way we could get a footing with doing housing in Kansas, was to do a rental subsidy program.
Okay, yeah.
But since Lacey moved back down here, she brought that function with her. We can still manage it out of here, even though we send the money to landlords up in Kansas.
Well, and if
Not in this
somebody
list.
walks into the Caney office and asks for that, they can still go to the Caney office and ask about it?
Absolutely, we've got a whole slew of applications and stuff. I sure hope so. I haven't been up there in a
Oh,
while, but
okay. Well,
I
that's...
sure hope we have a slew of applications up
Okay.
there.
Well, that was the only question that I had.
Okay.
We're at the treasurer's report, I believe.
No, we need to vote on that.
Oh, I'm
Do
sorry.
we need to vote on that?
Yes, we need to vote on that.
Okay, we have a motion and a second to approve the minutes. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Abstention? Passed, it's all in favor. Okay, we have treasurer's report.
And we have our
I would move we adopt the treasurer's report as attached to the documents in our packet, subject to audit.
Second.
Is that all right?
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Abstention? Passed. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
It already passed. Okay, the travel manager's report.
I would move that we accept his written report.
You don't even have it, do you?
Yes, ma'am, I did.
Everyone should have it. It's not clipped together, but I did put it in your, it should be sitting underneath here.
I'm pretty sure I've seen it.
It should be right next to that picture where it says Put the it in your lodges.
Yes, okay.
I would move we accept it as it is.
I'll second.
Okay,
There's nothing in here I'm really asking you to take action on. It's really.
that's right.
Okay.
Okay.
Final report, no raise.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
I abstain. I'd like to read these things before I vote on them, but that's okay. I'll read it later.
And by all means, come talk to me.
Yeah, well, I don't have any problems, I'm sure, but like you said, there weren't any decisions, but I just like to read things
Sure.
before I vote on them.
I know I do somewhere in here.
It's right here.
No, that's something else. I've stirred the pages so they're not where you think. Now what?
Oh, it's just looking over there.
Yeah, it's over here.
I will say to council members that in addition to my report, you have the reports from all of the other staff
So it's in
stapled
this
together.
little
So
group, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
again, just updates. I will let you know we have an all-staff meeting tomorrow morning here in this room. And I'm focusing now everyone on the staff to prepare their input for the Delaware Indian News, and the deadline being the 15th.
Okay.
Good.
Anybody else wants anything in the paper, remember the 15th.
Yes, everybody was on
Not
notice.
just talking to
Judges too,
ourselves.
if we could get a report.
Where's Don? He was here.
Yes, he had to leave.
He's got travel.
Oh, no.
Oh.
Okay. The unfinished business, does anybody have any unfinished business? I can't really say that I
I'm sure we have some
wrote
unfinished,
anything
but I
down out of
haven't
the
done
minutes.
Curtis, were you going to
Well-
talk about the lake, the pond?
You're,
Is that unfinished, the pond?
well,
Yeah.
that is something that has yet to be dealt with. And then, of course, although, please, we don't need to go into an executive session, just know that with 3 losses of housing staff plus the DEA staff that are gone now. We've, particularly Gene and myself and Mike Taylor, have been trying to help carry the load in the interim until the DEA board meets and decide where it needs to go. And hopefully they'll find the right mix of support from a staffing standpoint to help them out. But we stand ready, and we are performing the minimum amount of activities just to keep the DEA afloat, particularly the financial bookkeeping at Thursday morning at that special planning meeting. Gene has already worked up a draft financial statements for the DEA and DFMS, but we do intend to work with DFMS to help them with payroll and producing monthly financial statements. And our recommendation is that when DEA kind of gets back on its footing again, that our accounting department can do the financial paperwork for DEA,
Right, that's the plan.
and we'll just look forward to the guidance from the board to carry that out.
Do we have ads out for our people in housing that we're looking
Yes,
for?
yes. I've advertised in the Indian housing community through the Southern Plains Indian Housing Association
Okay.
and various contacts, including our own Ms. Proctor, who knows people in the housing field, and we've gotten probably now a dozen applications. And in my report, I'm saying Mike and I are going to get started probably tomorrow afternoon after the staff meeting and start scheduling meetings.
Okay.
We need people on board quickly.
Yeah.
And I'm only going to hire people that have experience in Indian housing. I don't have time to train a newbie.
Well, at least in that one position, I don't know.
And the
about
director
other-
position,
I don't know
absolutely.
about the other position.
Have you gotten some qualified people at?
I've gotten a couple of them that are qualified, experienced housing people. There's others that have, they're smart, they're educated, but we're on a short learning curve. I need somebody that knows Indian housing, knows Nahasda, can sit down, learn our tribal system quickly, and get us back to where we're moving this thing along.
Well, could I ask one question about this wellness center? Are they selling an exercise bike? They submitted
No,
3 bids.
no, ma'am, we want to buy one because we don't have one in there.
Oh,
We've got,
We had 2, and they got rid of one,
well,
and the other broke.
okay.
I know that wasn't your fault, wasn't our
But
fault either.
there's a demand for it, and we've got some multiple machines that aren't really used as much.
I see.
And so we've got money in a budget from, IHS money that we can spend. So we want to, we did the procurement, we've come up with one that we want to select, and take an old machine out, put a bicycle in there. Hopefully that might
Yeah, okay.
appeal to those
So we
that
lost the
are
bicycle
members.
on the first one.
Okay.
They took
I
it out
understand.
and put it in a new one in. It's probably not being used.
Oh, yeah.
It's all right. Go ahead. It sounds good to me. I like it. Oh, we're going to try to let everybody here know, and in the elders luncheon, that we have that, I don't know, what's it called, a hot tub type thing, that exercise pool that has been closed down for I don't know how many years. We're trying to see if you guys would use it if we reopened it, and we need for you to sign the application, or not the application, the kind of like a paper that says, yes, I would like to for you to look into this. Yeah.
Or is it petition?
And for lack of a better term, it's kind of like a petition.
Yeah, petition. There you go. Thank you.
Okay, and it's right next door.
Mickey has
Oh,
it.
it's in the wellness center.
Yes, it's in the wellness center.
Joe has it.
Yeah, we may start a new paper upstairs tomorrow or
Mickey will
something.
be there another 30 minutes.
Oh, yeah.
Tonight.
But
He
we
doesn't
don't
serve
seem
food.
to be
We're not going
getting.
up there tonight.
Okay, we don't seem to be getting the word out.
He's right over there.
I know.
I would like to try it to see before we dig it up and throw it away or sell it or whatever, but that's just me. And I want to know what you guys
Let me
think.
clean it out and put fresh water in it before you.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, why
well,
don't you?
all right, if you must.
That's an expensive.
Clean water, we hope.
We're going to buy it.
Yeah, that's right.
That's in there.
Everybody bring a bottle of water with them.
How many people are enrolled in that program? He said he has an average of 4.5 people working out per night.
I'm not half.
That half person.
He's well over 20 members. I know that.
Okay.
But that doesn't count the day people And it doesn't count you and me. I've been over there a few times. I might
Oh,
go back.
I've walked through there about 5 times.
Oh. I used
Walked
to
there more
exercise
than that.
there, but anyway.
But if I'd known y'all was going to be so long tonight, I'd have brought a
Been over
t-shirt,
there
gone
for
over there and been on the treadmill.
Well, that's a good
You
idea.
can exercise those days. Okay, so we're going to go on to new business, and the one thing on here that says web editorial policy.
Oh, that's right.
I don't know what that
Talk
is.
about the pond. That's what we're going to talk about right now.
The issue
Backstab.
of the pond is this. When we drain that pond,
Well, we know the issue.
and now we need to figure out, do you want it to be a fishing pond? If so, then we've got to anchor down
Well,
that brush pile.
after the comment that John gave us, that is not a acceptable brush pile for fish, we need to clean it out and then make something else later.
Would you like to check on that first before you?
Well, we need to
Right on.
find out then,
Okay.
all right?
Uh-huh.
Because we know it's going to turn into a fish pond. You know people are going to put fish in it.
Let's work on it, maybe try to come up with a solution before the next meeting. I'm concerned about the spring rain starting to fill it up
Well,
and
he
washing
said he
it.
would have to get
And
in
then
the water.
if you got
to
that
get-
one out of there and just collected Christmas trees,
Yeah.
things to put in
Yeah.
there.
Think of Christmas trees.
Well, he
Sink a
said-
But it's
couple of
only
Christmas
4
trees in
foot
it.
deep, isn't it?
Right now.
Right,
Right
it's
now,
going to be
right
deeper
now,
than
okay.
that, yeah.
They could lasso maybe and drag it out. I tried to get him to drag it out higher until we decided, but I mean, it was already in the water, but
And leave the lights on and it kind of glow.
Raise the gas.
So-
Leave the Christmas lights on, like, okay.
Right.
That'd be cool.
You need to keep your days
what,
off.
ponds or the
Yeah.
trees? Way in.
I'm just trying to think outside
There's
the
no getting
box.
around it.
Be there.
Yeah.
We're stuck with
And
that
icicles.
nuisance
And
pond.
that's
Yeah. But if it's fishable,
Okay,
so we put a
then
sign up, no
No
fishing.
fishing, yeah.
That didn't stop them before.
No, it never did.
Yeah, we have.
Well,
no fish.
then we're not liable.
Okay, that's good.
Right, Amanda?
We can put a
That's,
pin.
I was thinking attractive nuisance in my mind before you said that.
So we're not going to make a decision tonight on
I think we need,
the pond.
I think we need to pull it out and make it pretty, and then if we get a lot of fish, then throw something in, like I said, Christmas
If
trees
you
or
get
whatever.
fish, somebody's got to stock it.
No,
No.
no, we do not, we're not making it a fishing hole.
Oh, okay.
All right, so with that statement,
Yes,
if this council's in agreement, I can pull that brush pile out of there, and we can't control if somebody decides to come in and start throwing fish in there.
Because they will.
And they will.
They
If
will.
they decide
make-
to cement a Christmas tree and throw it in there.
That's right.
I'll make that.
Or a body.
Are we need to make it a motion? I will motion that we pull this stuff out of the pond.
I second it.
And we got a second over here.
It's not an official fishing pond?
It's not an official fishing pond.
We have a-
It is a water retention pond.
Motion, a second on the floor to take the brush pile out of the pond. All in favor? Aye. Opposed? Abstention?
Okay.
Passed, all in favor?
There we go.
We'll take care of it starting tomorrow.
All right.
Okay.
Now you can go
Bring
on
my
to whatever
rubbers.
it was you're trying to do. I'm sorry.
The
Web
web editorial policy.
Do you ever figure what that was?
I asked and nobody answered me,
It's
so
on the
I
list.
don't know.
I
What
make a
that's all
motion, we
about.
table that till next month.
That was something that Jennifer sent to me and asked me to put on there, but she never sent me anything.
Then I
Was
texted
it-
her and didn't get an answer. so
Was it
she
because of
scheduled
the comment about the lawsuit that was put on the web?
I have no
and
idea.
there was
She
no-
didn't tell me, she just said to put it in there,
And
so
from
I
what I
did.
understand, there was
So
no
we
approval
can
that
table
someone
it to
just
next
did it.
month or something maybe?
Well, I would move we table that until next month.
And if it becomes necessary to talk about it, we'll
Right.
talk about it before
Okay.
then.
Is that all right?
Is that?
We
good?
have
We
a-
have to vote on it.
Who seconded?
I'll second it since
Okay,
he can
so
first it.
I guess we have a motion on the floor to table web editorial policy. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Abstention? Passed.
Good.
It's tabled. Okay, resolution 2013-12 is a form about the Eagle Parts. I guess we've had a question, who
Application.
signs for these? They weren't happy that Leslie had signed her name to one of them.
She did?
I guess she
It's
did.
supposed to be the chief only, it says on the...
Or your...
Designate. Probably.
Well, it could be your spiritual leader
No,
or something.
enrollment, doesn't say anything about an enrollment director, though, doing it.
No.
Right.
Yeah.
So-
And we don't have a designated ceremonial chief,
That's right.
spiritual leader, or anything like that.
So why is she here to sign this? It's always the
Well,
secretary.
okay, if you read this, on which certification of tribal enrollment, membership, or blood quantum is required. That's when she was signing it, if they're requiring something out of the enrollment department.
It's really convenient for the
Because
chief.
I've signed a lot of these, but this is a different one.
So this isn't just concerning Eagle Parks, it's concerning her ability to sign papers?
It says
Hereby
certification of
accredited.
tribal enrollment, membership, or blood quantum is required.
Right.
Okay, members of the council, here's my recommendation. Leslie is the appropriate person to certify or otherwise vouch whether or not somebody is a member of the tribe. That should give our chief the comfort level to sign off on a permit requesting eagle feathers or eagle parts. My recommendation, and this comes from my experience being the chief in the past, you're going to have other people. Well, chief, will you sign this for me too?
That's right.
And he's not a member of the tribe or something like that.
All the time.
Maybe not even a card-carrying Indian. I said I'm not authorized to do that, only members of my tribe. And I would recommend you hold
So
to that, chief.
that's basically what this is
I'll tell
saying?
you, this happened, somebody went up to, when Leonard Thompson was alive, and went up to him, that was not in Delaware,
Yeah.
and he signed it. And I was really sorry, and it shouldn't have happened, and
Yeah.
we questioned,
a trusting
he questioned the person, said, why did you do that? Well, because I could.
All right. Well, I will make sure that our staff is aware, this is the way we're going to do
Good.
business before the paper hits the chief's desk.
So I can make a motion that we accept this?
Yes.
This resolution? Okay.
I would second it.
Okay.
Okay, so I have a motion second on the floor for resolution 2013-12. All in favor? Aye. Opposed? Abstained?
Thank you for explaining that first.
Okay, so,
I don't have 2013.
It's the list of new members.
Oh, okay.
the new members.
Hold on.
So, she has to send this in, so she's got more than one copy here.
Is that, this one right here?
I would move we adopt Resolution 2013-13.
How many new members?
21.
Are you gonna read them? Jennifer usually reads them.
You want to read them? Are you going to read
Oh.
the names?
Well, go ahead.
No, you. Jennifer does
Oh.
it.
You could have read them by now.
I'll read
Quit
it.
fussing.
I can read it. Brandon Tyler Shanks, Rosalind Kim, Pisachaki, or Chubby, Sarah Michelle Chubby, Kylie, if anybody's in here, I'm sorry if I butchered their name.
Can we turn the camera
Kyle
off?
Charles Jackson, Olivia Ruth Young, Julia Jasmine Knowles, Haley Knowles, Noel Knowles, Kylie Madison Knowles, Chloe Hope Knowles, Jasmine Renee Spencer, Chevelle Joanne Spencer, Haley Jade Spencer, Eve Gilliam Madalino, Sean Ethan Cole Magdaleno, Caleb Eric Samuel Magdaleno, Karina Ann Dean Wyatt Magdaleno, Jason Haley McFall, Michael Joe Carlisle Caravan, Nikki Joe Carlisle Caravan, Scott Canavan, Scott Richard Canavan, Brittany Lee Carlisle Canavan, Nicholas Wayne Canavan.
Families.
There you go.
And that was 21 names. It says there were some amendments made to the list in February of Nicholas Jean Arthurton and Tiana Tate Luta Long.
Wonder what that means.
Well, they changed their blood quantums from something to something else
Okay,
apparently.
okay.
Oh, and the resolution was back in '08.
Yeah.
Oh.
13.
Okay.
It was the 1308.
Well, I
It
know.
was it must have been 2 or 3 months ago.
Yeah, it
Or
was,
last month, it was February, it says.
okay.
I call the question.
Did we motion it?
I motion.
Okay.
Just did.
Who seconded?
You don't have to have a second, a small crowd.
I
Okay.
did.
You learn that.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
It's been, the list is
Opposed?
long.
I'll abstain.
Why, because is that your granddaughter or
That's
something?
one of my grandchildren.
Which one? Did I put you their
No,
name?
there's a Young right there.
Picture their name.
Olivia
got Young,
Ruth
right?
Young.
Okay, well, I got her name wrong,
Huh?
didn't I?
You can vote
We
on
won't
that.
I'll rest on the other 20 I agree to. I just abstain on whatever number she was.
Right.
I'm going to read about it on the internet.
Okay. Resolution 14 is a grant, and it's entitled Images of Our Grandfathers, and it's a history, preserving our tribal history grant.
And which department is that in?
National Park
Li-
Service.
Library and Archives, it'd be in
Yeah.
Is
his
it
office.
library? Okay, is this that library and archives that we just went through, that it's just recently been written? Is this it, the resolution?
Yeah, the national park one.
I think we poll voted it.
I thought it was poll voted and we're just putting it in the minutes. Is that
Well,
right?
I'm not sure it's not the other one, this enhancement grant. The next grant is
That's the one that you
15.
all voted on.
Okay.
Oh,
It's the poll voted
15 is
one.
the poll vote. Well,
Yeah.
I can make a recommendation, we accept this number 14, 2013-14.
Second.
Okay, motion on the floor, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Abstained? Passed.
And then we just, 15 is, says that we voted on it. How do we do that?
Well, yeah, this is the one where you poll voted. It doesn't have the yes or no and abstaining on there yet, though. How did it
I
poll
didn't-
vote?
Everybody voted for it. See that?
Well, you can find it and put it in
I
there
have
for
that,
us, can't
yes.
you?
What day did we do that? Do you know that?
Yes, that was done on Friday.
So we're just reading this into the minutes. It's already
Wait a
done.
minute, Friday was March and this is February.
March 1.
No. March.
It was March 1st, Friday, March 1st.
That's what I
Because it
meant to
says
say.
February.
Well, it says
Oh,
February
Jennifer
by
sent it to
vote
you on
of.
February. And then, remember, because she was going to have you vote, and she sent it to your computer, and then she sent it and said no, and then she came back the next day and said the vote is back on, send it out. So I did. So I think there's one person who didn't vote on it.
It was me,
Was it you?
Yeah.
Okay,
because I didn't look at my emails.
okay,
So-
okay.
So he abstained.
No, I'm for it.
Oh, okay.
Well, can you change it though at the table? I guess you can.
Sure.
But
I mean,
it's
I
already
didn't vote
gone
against
in.
it. I didn't vote against it.
Right.
Yeah.
So
But
how many
it's already
people
gone
voted?
in though, hasn't it?
Did 7
All of it.
people vote?
No, I don't know.
Well, all except for one, but I went ahead and sent it to Jennifer, so.
Yeah. It was sent out Friday. I didn't look at it till Sunday.
How did she do it without? Oh,
Because she had to have it by March 1st.
Did Verna sign it?
So Verna signed it and you signed
And
it.
Paula signed it, so the date would be March 1st, and it was like six yes
Yes.
and 0 no?
Mhm.
Okay.
That's the one that I had to call you because I had to use the stamps on it. I had to have your approval
He
before I used
he
the stamps.
voted yes today, but
So,
it's not
did you use my
getting that.
stamp?
Yes.
I did vote against
Did
it.
it have a bottom
I'm
on it?
for it. I just didn't respond to
Just
the
didn't vote
email.
carries,
Yeah,
just
they
six
showed me
and
it didn't
zero
have a
is what
Yeah.
it is.
Yeah.
So will I put that as all approved?
Yes.
But I don't know what to do about the date on it.
You could, pardon me, Chief, you could take a vote now to ratify
There.
the
That's what we're
decision
doing.
that you
That's
made
what
on
we're
the
doing.
1st.
Ratify
that-
the poll vote.
I knew there was a way of doing it, I
Well,
couldn't,
that's
Verna's
what we're
not here.
doing, we're ratifying that poll vote she
But
sent
we
in
need,
already.
but we need to
He doesn't, he
make a
didn't
motion
vote.
that we ratify this vote
Yes.
Of the date
of the,
that had to be sent in.
It's already
Vote
sent
on
in.
it.
Yeah, she had to send it in.
It's already
Because the
sent in.
grant was due March 1st, so that's why we had to do a full vote.
That's why we day before on February the 28th.
No, it was the first.
I sent it out on the 1st, because originally she sent it on the 28th, and then she said, no, don't
I
send
just
it
don't
out.
know how to
and she
make it we accept it, we know we did it, we
Ratify.
Ratify.
You would
Ratify the poll
you-
vote.
Yeah,
Move.
and Nathan can vote on ratifying it.
So do we have to vote on the ratification?
Yeah, you would move today to ratify the poll vote.
I vote
previously
yes,
taken on
I move
March.
to ratify the poll vote of,
Okay,
what day?
March 1st.
March 1st.
Okay, vote on floor to ratify.
Aye.
Aye.
I can be a second, because I already asked for it, so I can be a second.
Okay.
Opposed? Abstained?
Oh, this is the thing that I
Okay.
couldn't find that
We're
first.
down to other business.
I don't know, something about thermostat.
This is
Yeah,
other business.
The lodge,
That's at the pleasure of the council. It's not necessarily to be business, I just brought it to the
So
table.
do we need to vote on it?
Well, ma'am, let me just say, this is my personal suggestion for a name change. I think I'm just trying to put the ball in play.
Right.
If there are other suggestions, other ideas that this council wants to talk about, or postpone until later, there's no great hurry, but I do want to recommend that this council look at rebranding the Irene Apartments.
I mean, you
And this
know-
is my suggestion. I've even offered artwork.
I like it.
I like the lodges.
I like it, the
You like
lodges.
the lodges?
I would move we adopt the lodges as the name of Irene Apartments.
I'll second it.
Is it the lodges or the lodge?
Lodges.
Lodges, there's 12 units there, so.
Are you wanting us to select one of these four designs?
The one that I have in front of you, before tonight, I had two council members say, well, out of the four, I like this one the best. So that's the one I printed and I'm bringing to the table. If you like the other designs, I mean,
I don't know, I couldn't open it, so.
What is the other one? Is it
Well,
solid?
I was going to ask you a question about this one.
yes, sir?
Could it, but leave one of the white stripes in each letter, but could you make the rest of it red?
Sure. Sure. I think you got to, this artwork is subject to final,
Like the first part of L, be red and there'll be a little white line.
Yeah, it'd be red on the left and then a little white.
Okay,
Sure.
and then-
Okay, but
okay.
if you do that in black and red, do you need to specify your colors of, like an
Black and-
032 red?
I hope not.
I'm sure when we get to the sign maker.
It's
we'll
another
have to do that.
conversation.
Yeah.
It's another conversation.
Okay.
I make a motion that we accept, or do we just do that? Make a motion that we accept the
I'm sorry.
lodges
You
of
always
this particular one, whatever number it is, number one,
You're retired.
and put the red within the,
The first
red part.
line would be red, and then it'd be white, and then it'd be black.
Right, yeah, red, white, black, red, white, black.
Okay, second.
And, okay, so keep going.
Discussion?
Is that the motion?
Okay,
Then I would second and call the question.
Under discussion, I simply wanted to say, remember, underneath there in small lettering is where I wanted to make sure we said owned and operated by Delaware Tribe of Indians and put our logo.
Yeah.
But yeah, we'll kind of tweak around with the colors a little bit to get it look just right. Maybe run it by you one more time, then I'll go to a sign maker. It'll be a while before we get it all done.
Okay,
Right.
well, we've got it started for you.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. We have a motion on the floor to adopt the name, lodges, and black design.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah.
Call this then
I like
red.
All in
So
favor?
good.
Aye.
Opposed? Abstained? Passed. So, other business? Other business? To be brought before the council tonight?
Make a motion to adjourn, how's that?
Okay.
Yay!
Meeting adjourned.
I'll phone Bonnie.
That's cool.